You
Had a
always get
very productive stay in the Egyptian league when he joined Al Ittihad of Alexandria, but there's a yellow card. It's taken us 74 minutes for a yellow card to be issued, and it's the goal scorer. So he has scored a goal, but has also been put in the records as the first player to be booked this afternoon in Lubinda Mundia.
as well as the breakdown of that goal for Lusaka Dynamos actually came from him.
So he's involved in everything.
Yeah, he's involved in everything.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. I think there was a movie called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Try to remember. Those Sunday night movies you watch. Sevellini. These two sides look like they'll be content with this sharing the spoils here, but maybe spoken too early because the likes of Dude Ngoma, once heated up, can just make things change in terms of the scoreline. Weta Placet de Boleke. Run is made by Tapson Kaseva. He's shed off some weight since moving from Napsa Stars. So a change is going to be made by Buttecon Football Club. It is the third that they're making. The goal scorer is off in Lubinda Mundia.
Yeah, he's really been very poor towards the second half, of course. But this is his goal. Very excellently taken. Similar to the goal for Lusaka Dynamos. It was made by Tapson Kaseva and found him clearly set to score that one. And it was the third goal for the season for Mundia Lubinda. He did score again against Green Eagles. On the first day, he had a brace in Chom.
It was a good comeback for Buttecon Football Club at the Independence Stadium. They were down, even as the players down for Lusaka Dynamos as well. Wonder what could have happened there, and it'll be interesting to see. And it's Shite Mweshi. It's like an injury on the midriff for the 31-year-old. I'll tell you, he's actually Mr. Janeman because he's played for National Assembly, he's played for Zanaco, he's played for Prison Leopards, he's played for Red Arrows in Zambia.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That list? Did you also say National Assembly?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
But for this man, it's about maintaining the unbeaten record in a match where in the first half they were overawed by the presence of the dominance that was shown in terms of the interchange of passes that came through from this Buttecon side. But how times change, and really the tactical changes that he has made, especially the introduction of the Namibian Willie Stefanis, has just changed the attacking third for this.
And for me, I
side.
think Boyd Mulwanda lost it with that approach of coming into the second half. His players just thought they could maintain that 1-0 lead and became a bit lazy.
Now, copy to bring in a cross there. It's a corner. Corner now for Buttecon Football Club. Overcooked shot that came through from Timo Sakala, kept alive by Placete Boleke. At the near post, Zephania does well to keep it in play, but it was too late. Good effort coming through from the captain, who looks like he landed rather awkwardly there. Zephania Piri injured himself in the process of wanting to keep that one in play. Third change for the Lusaka Dynamo side, who are bringing in Godfrey Binga. Big lad, 19 years of age, Binga, always coming off the bench, yet to cement his place. He has had some cameo appearances so far. So the goal scorer and captain, so interestingly, both goal scorers are off, and the captain's armband changes.
Yeah, that was the Sikombe goal. Excellently taken. Almost in the same position with the Buttecon goal. and almost at the same post. That's where the two goals have actually gotten in. And of course, in his usual celebration, Sikombe is out.
So Sikombe, appreciation from Christopher Kaunda. And it's Godfrey Binga now. He's got some good time. 10 minutes to at least make a mark in this match.
And I'll tell you, that was a delayed substitution. He was almost substituted before he actually scored. And the goal kept him a bit of more minutes in that game.
So he really redeemed himself very well. Strong header from Kanamuli Kapilimba. Tapson Kaseva. Too many things running in Tapson's mind. For a player who at some point was rumored to have almost joined Yalakoto Free State Stars in a move that brought so much debate, discussion as to whether at that time he was a Green Eagles prized striker heading into continental engagements. Throw taken by Willis Stefanes, whipped in into the box. Picked up now by Sakala, Timothy. It was clever defensive work by Zimba. Just blocking an oncoming, on-rushing Timothy Sakala. Binga's first touch. He's picked the ball once behind the back of the net. Prince Malekani, not his faults, but really it was just how the space was given to Sikombe to put that one. Oh, Stefanes. And missed by Antobolo. His hands were in a voluntary position, so yeah, did well. Or in an involuntary position, I beg your pardon. Sakala. Headed by Placete Boleke. Dynamos now beginning to believe they can get a late winner
exactly here. I almost told you that the confidence levels have exactly changed. Lusaka Dynamos look more confident going forward, and of course Butekon, well, a bit on the back and trying to see now that they can actually get a point from a game that looked like they were actually getting 3 points.
Clear out from Ocean Moshure. Kili Innocence is the big man Godfrey Binga. Good frame for a striker, Binga. Placete Boleke. Prison captain Zephania Pires been working very hard and wins a set piece in a very good position for this Butekon side. Oh, Magenge couldn't cope up with the pace and run that came through from the Butekon captain.
But Magenge has just been very strong and difficult to handle. A bit of some pulling on the shoulder. Yeah.
The spotlight, Danny Munyao. Shure and the newly introduced Harry Kayula on the wall, picked up by the goalkeeper. They had enough cover as well, even as he spewed it for the first time. Butter hands somewhat. Cutting inside is Willis Stefanes. Good ball for Godfrey Binga. Waiting for support. It's found in the form of Stefanes, but too close to goalkeeper, and good cover as well that came through from Timothy Sakala. Kizito. One touch from Dudengoma. Calls for the return pass. Up against Musa, the captain now. Good ball in the box. Not so much confidence when in the box there. They could have benefited from that situation. And again, it's Magenge.
He's a rock. He's a rock into this defense.
The Rock of Gibraltar.
Exactly. That's Magenge for you. One of the key players, definitely, without a doubt, for this Lusaka Dynamo side, Martin.
Corner for the Butte side. Looks like this is from the training manual of Coach Boyd Mwanda. Every responsibility of such a situation is presented to the captain, Zephania Piri. Movement made. Touched by Dudengoma. Still kept alive by Kizito Kezuron. Zephania. Decision in favor of Musa Lamisa, even as Zephania P trots back to defensive duties. He's been venturing and advancing forward. 8 goal attempts we've had so far. Spurs shared, as is the case so far with the scoreline. Jerry. Well, he claims it was a good challenge. Kembo must be very careful. The likes of Severini all going to add their voices, not too pleased with that decision by Milton Mwemba.
Well, a bit of some karate there, not allowed.
It was Lineo Bongong, the left back for Buttcon Football Club, was committed that foul. Was once called to the Indomitable Lions Cameroon national team in 2018. He was actually an unused sub when they played against Kuwait. So this is his second week with the Buttcon side. The man was committed this foul. Stefanes. And Shitemweshi.
Well, Shitemweshi didn't know what to do. Does he head? Does he use his legs? And unfortunately, the ball just went out.
Pensive looking Christopher Kaunda.
Well, we may be headed for a draw, another draw, and of course Lusaka Dynamos would remain unbeaten, but it's those numbers of draws, Matimba, that should be worrying for Takatiko and Lusaka Dynamos. If they manage to turn these draws into wins, well, Lusaka Dynamos would be way, way, way far into this league.
So just to recap, you're talking about the Coca-Cola Cup final, 2001. Chambishi won it, yeah? They beat Zesco 2-1 in an All Division 1 final that was played at the Arthur Davis Stadium. I was trying to check my records even when you mentioned that. Emmanuel Suwale was there actually as player coach. So, yeah, a bit of history there. And that's why you call it Bola Apazeli.
No, that was the Coca-Cola Cup.
Coca-Cola Cup, yes.
Now I'm talking about the ABSA
Oh, you were
Cup,
talking
the
about
Barclays
the ABSA.
Cup.
Okay, yeah. So, but they've won the de facto Coca-Cola Cup, 2001.
So rich history into that Chambeshi team.
Yeah. Handball. The problem is handling that ball. Stanley Chisenga. Sevellini again, strong, winning almost every challenge up against his countryman Shitemweshi from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Marvin Jerry, good ball now. Could this be the winner? Offside flag is already up from first assistant Christopher Mauma. Looked very good for an for a winner there for Lusaka Dynamos. You're right, Bwezan, we may just be headed for a draw, but there might just be a smash and grab here. Late chance, one chance, opportunity seized, and it results in a goal. Football is certainly one that has presented us such moments.
Well, so far, Lusaka Dynamos look too good now going forward. But of course, the blind passes have continued, even with few minutes to go before the end of the game. We're yet to see how many minutes have been added. But it's a game, Matimba, that had two different halves. First half all over through on Buildcon, and the second half coming a bit short of Buildcon and Lusaka Dynamos taking it up.
This is a game that they should have brought in. They reserved it for the second half. Might just be a situation of too late to too late, because there were most of the times ball watching. 3 minutes of additional time we're going to play here in this closing stage of this match. Ocean Moshure. Just making sure the ball is placed on the right spot. He has also played for Motor Action, one of the big teams in terms of Zimbabwean football club history. We're talking of Ocean Moshure. Brought into the box. Cleared out. No mistake there. Mayenge has to quickly bring it back in action in terms of pushing it forward, because he still has a lot of Lusaka Dynamos players in the Buildcon half. Handball by Binga. Or rather, it was a ball to hand. What comes first, chicken or egg? So now he wins the throw-in. So you see, I mean, the foul. The Buildcon players are complaining that it was a handball earlier on. But maybe it's the position where Milton Mwemba was that he could hardly see what could have happened.
There's seriously been a bit of a lot of pushing into this game, Matimba, and a lot of physique actually. Of course, contributed by a bit of some wet ground, okay, with a bit of some drizzles. I stepped on it, and it's not easy for these players down there.
So, Kaseba, Captain Piri, and Weta Placide Boleke on the wall. There's Zimba there. I wonder what he's trying to, maybe trying to be used as a decoy. Whipped in, and there was a slight touch, I think. I thought so, but referee maybe he was too closer to the action. Interesting to see how it was.
I seriously saw a touch as well. That is Stephanis. Well, very difficult position to actually see if there was a touch. But this is what I said about Stephanos earlier on. Set pieces are always his strength, and he brings in that confidence into this team.
Slowly getting to the end of this match. We're counting seconds now. Ocean Moshure finds Willie Stephanis. Throw in still for the Dynamo side. Quick action done, implemented by Willie Stephanis. Couldn't wait for the left back to bring in one. Now they are beginning to fight. Alive, it's kept, and offside flag already up. So looks like it will end in this draw.
Yeah, it looks like a draw. Of course, a game of two halves, one belonging to Lusaka Dynamos and the other belonging to Buildcon. Buildcon will beat themselves for missed chances in the first half. And well, looking at the situation, Lusaka Dynamos will be happy with what they've gotten.
But these are games they should be winning at home, even though they get a point and still remain unbeaten. Sevellini. So final whistles come through here at the Nkoloma Stadium. The two teams have shared the spoils. Colin Sikombe with the equalizer in the 66th minute, cancelling out an early goal that was scored in the 3rd minute, and the 3rd for the season for Lubinda Mundia. Recap of the goals: it was all in the involvement of Tapson Kaseba. It was actually missed first time by Buildcon Football Club, but good reaction and positional sense and anticipation by Lubinda Mundia, who had enough in terms of seeing where to place that ball. So at that stage, it was Buildcon Football Club that were leading. But the second half really has seen this Lusaka Dynamo side coming back more resurrected. And Sikombe, interchange of passing and no chance for Prince Malekane, but watch that one go into the back of the net. So 2 goals have been presented here, and the two teams have shared the spoils. It has ended